Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to more Minecraft. Last time, when we left off, we have just moved here in a new area in June 11th in Dev. And hey, look! The trees are actually, or the leaves are actually decaying. Hell yeah. This is actually great news for us because, yeah, we didn't have any leaf decay for a few versions. And last time we just chopped down a few trees and just left the leaves here. I mean, it was inevitable, but I actually wasn't expecting leaf decay already. I thought that was something that's going to be added in, at the very least, the next version, if not the version after. Like 6.17, but hey, this makes me happy, so... but yeah, this version adds working water in buckets, and I had an idea. I have a grand idea, a grand plan. You're gonna love it. The greatest plan you have ever seen. Ever. I don't know what to do with these saplings. Guess I'll just put them there for now. So, if you recall, this new area has these epic mountains here, right at the back. Like these big, giant cliffs and that form like caves and stuff over there. I mean, you can't really see it because it's nighttime, but... I had an idea, because there's working water, what if I do something with that, and I just gather up some water and put it on the tops of the mountains so that it flows down and forms these massive waterfalls. And we have the caves, quote-unquote, actually hidden behind the waterfalls, and we might even build something there. Because it's such a cool area, I really want to do something with it, so I think that's going to be fantastic. So that's the plan for today. But first I'm gonna need some buckets. Do I have enough iron? I really hope I do. I don't have much iron, but it should be enough for at least 3 buckets. I'm gonna need a lot more than just 3 if I want to be efficient, but 3 is all I can do right now, especially considering iron tools are nearly useless when it comes to durability. So I burn through those constantly. Hello Soybean, welcome back to the stream. Hey Soybean, look, we have leaf decay. Yay. Alright, let me go. This is gonna take a while. Actually, no, it's not gonna take a while because we already have the same water mechanics that we have in modern Minecraft. It just looks a bit different. So we actually only needed 2 buckets, come to think of it, because we can make an infinite water source once we're up there. Which is definitely gonna help. But yeah, and for anyone interested, this is how the water looks like in this version. Let me come down here to this valley. This is how it looks like. It's very blocky. It's very weird. It's also not clear, because items do flow in the water, but it's not very clear where they're supposed to flow. I know that some people have said that they like this, that they think it fits the game more because it's blocky, and you know, it's a block game. Duh. But I honestly don't like this that much, because it's, again, like, it doesn't fit the way the water works. That's the thing. Like, in my mod in Dev Plus, why can I... Okay, there we go. In my mod in Dev Plus, I use the exact same water rendering technique, except the water in that mod works completely differently. It's actually finite, so it kind of makes more sense there, at least visually. But with this water mechanic, this just doesn't make a whole lot of sense, honestly. So I'm personally not a fan of this, but I know that some of you might be. Oh, I actually wanted to also see something here real quick. Okay, hold on. Let me see if torches block water yet or not. Because I want to improve the ladder as well. That's something else I wanted to do. But I won't be able to do it until Alpha 1.0, and we won't be here by that point. Because signs are useless. Well, not useless, but they suck. I can't put them on walls yet. Otherwise, the trick with making a fast ladder is every other block which doesn't have a ladder block, you just put a sign there and a water block on the side. And that makes you go whoop, very fast up. So let's see. Oh, that sucks. So torches don't block water. And in fact, they don't even drop themselves. That was a waste of a torch. Oh well. Yeah, while it's daytime, let me go back to the cave area, because now you can actually see what it is. So you can hopefully see what I envisioned for this project. Yeah, if it's flowing, it doesn't look like it's flowing. Exactly, yeah. It looks more like it's finite, you know? This would have fit in dev better than inf dev. But yeah, all these caves here, I want to cover them up with waterfalls, basically. So that's the plan. And behind the waterfalls, I'm going to have some stuff. I'm going to put some stuff there. Definitely some gold, even though I don't have much of it. So the 2 gold blocks that I have. And build something very simple, like a very simple temple or whatever. And actually, I'm gonna chop down all these trees as well, because I want to form a lake at the bottom. I think that'll be pretty neat. It's also gonna be interesting to see it once we update, because when we update, the water will actually look how it's supposed to. So I'm curious to see how much that changes the way this looks. Water destroyed torch using humidity and liquidity. Hello, Jasmine. Welcome back to the stream. Gonna get some wood in the process as well. I definitely need the wood. Best version yet? That depends on what you consider to be the best version. The best version of InfDev, in my opinion, is honestly probably this one. Actually, no, because this one doesn't have caves yet. So I would say the best version of InfDev is 6.18. It feels the most complete, where it's still at least somewhat feeling like InfDev. Mostly because of the minecarts, really. That's really the only difference, but still. This version that I'm playing right now would have been perfect if it had caves, but it doesn't, so rip. Still, I'm building the waffle. The waffle house. Hello, IGX. Welcome back to the stream. IGX, why are you so surprised? I always stream Saturdays now. I don't have the time or energy to stream every day like I used to. It's always Saturdays and always at the same time. 7 p.m. Central European Standard Time. Or whatever it's called. CET. Hello, Rai. Welcome back to the stream. Also, welcome back, Steel. I don't think I said that earlier. 2 a.m. drunk Waffle House parking lot fights in Soybeans Road. What? Oh, right. Soybean, did you actually start sending out your vote to us? Because you didn't tell me. Oh my god, these tools are so bad. I hate them. Why are everyone asking what country am I from? I'm never gonna tell you. So please stop. Also, welcome to the stream. You suggested I build it over a year ago. Oh, okay. Build a waffle house. Okay, I think that's clear enough. Yeah, these trees are far away enough so it wouldn't impact them. Oh, this is gonna look epic. Epic gaming. Let's go. I may be from Earth, yeah. The country of Earth, you know. Or the country of Europe. Country of Europe. There's actual American people that believe that. Or not even American, there's actual people in general that believe that Europe is just a country. Like, it's not a federal state, at least not yet. There are some vague plans to making it a federal state like the US. The US of A. But that's very unlikely to happen, let's just put it that way. Us Europeans, we don't get along with each other. I'm just gonna eat this meat. Just taking up inventory space. Alright, let's actually do this now. Properly. New Year's Eve is my deadline. Interesting. Alternative universe, there is a Pixar's Ratatouille, but instead of rats in a French restaurant, it's roaches in a Waffle House. country of Africa, yes. Belgium is a beautiful city, okay, guys? Belgium is a beautiful city. Oh, I don't even have space to put this. Okay, like, let's put it here then. This is barely enough space, but at least I hope that it works this way. It doesn't! Oh. Okay, I mean, that's a start, I guess, but... Oh, man! What the hell? Why can I not put a water block here? This is bullcrap. Am I seriously gonna have to, like, keep going up and down and up and down? Well, I guess this is gonna be the entire stream, then. Enjoy it, because it's gonna be a very long one. I think this is a good place to start. Oh, and it doesn't even, like, spread outwards. Oh, this is gonna be weird. And the buckets don't stack. Oh my god. Let's see. Oh wow, this is gonna take a while. Well, I wasn't planning on updating anyway in this stream, so this is honestly a good thing. Because otherwise, if I was gonna finish with this within the first hour, I would be like, okay, what do I do now? So this is, I guess this is fine. Could make another bucket. Just to have an even amount of iron left. Yeah, let's make another one. I need more iron. Every 60 seconds in Africa, a purist loads up InfDev 615. So true. Can place water in water. Try only the opposite corners, then break the other two blocks. I don't think that would work. Don't play this one version, I'm autistic about you, aren't a real Minecraft fan, so true. Well, actually, if you don't have a forever mode in beta 1.7.3 or alpha 1.1.2, then you're not a real golden age enjoyer, hahaha. Oh, this reminds me, this silent ladder climbing. I should add ladder climbing sounds. It won't be the modern sounds, it would literally just be the wood step sound. I should do that if I don't forget after this. Okay, how am I gonna... I really wish that the water actually... So it does work differently, it seems, because it doesn't, like, behave the way I expected to. Because I expected to also spread, like, outwards as well, not just down. Like, in this direction and that direction, but it doesn't seem to do that, so that's kind of annoying, but what can you do? Whoa, that's weird. If I put a few here, it even things out. Wait, can I pick this up? Oh, here we go! Okay, so there are some infinite sources here. This is weird. Water works in very weird ways. It's definitely not normal. And it's turning nighttime already. Thankfully, the mob spawner is still broken, I'm pretty sure, so we should be fine. Okay, this is slowly starting to come together. This cloud would be... you know what? Let me temporarily do this. Soybean's gonna love this, but I just don't want the clouds to be in my face. That's some weird rendering of water. Hold on. This almost looks like the bugs... This does look like the bugs that I had when I was doing the transparency overhaul. It's the exact same bug. That's hilarious. Nice. So it was authentic to InfDev. I should have kept it. Hahaha. But yeah, you can sort of see the idea that I'm going for here. Like, all of this is gonna be waterfalls. All the way up until... Well, maybe not there, but until, like, the edge of that cliff over there. So this is gonna be great. It's gonna be marvelous. Truly the best waterfall you've ever seen. Canada and the Niagara Falls have nothing on this. So I made all these buckets for nothing. Amazing. Thanks, Notch. And yes, I will blame Notch for this. Who else am I gonna blame? I'm never wrong. I'm always in the right. As the customer of this product, I am always right. Hold on, let me catch up with chat. Okay, what sucked? I've done both and it sucked. I find out Minecraft fun, but only after like alpha, along with the ability to upgrade. Yeah, same. I've already said this numerous times throughout the series, but I agree. There's a guy that said we don't make omelets with boiled eggs. Referring to Europe. What? Jank water. Didn't you copy some of this for InDev Plus? I copied the rendering, not the physics. Ask Cloud and Jar. What did you call them? You gotta give me some context, Potato. What are you referring to? Also, welcome to the stream. Being authentic to all them season always a good thing. What falls? Oh, the Niagara Falls. Niagara? I don't know how to pronounce it in English. We just call it Niagara in my language. Oh, bloody hell. Hello, Afu. Welcome back to the stream. How do I... Oh, not having sneaking really is the cripple. Handicap, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. A handicap. Oh god. Niagara Falls. I can't even pronounce that, I'm sorry. Niagara. What? No, it's the Niagara Falls. Or Niagara. Viagra Falls. the Viagra Falls. There we go. Oh, that's not an infinite thing. Yeah, so I have extra buckets now for no reason. Fantastic. And with how apparently rare iron is, that's not a good thing. God, I can't wait until I have caves. So I can actually, you know, get resources. That would be great. Okay, so here... Should I keep these trees or should I cut them down to make room for more water? Not sure. This InfDef minus? Yes. The I should be an I sound, not an E. Niagara Falls. Like that? Because again, I is basically E. That's how we pronounce it. In both the languages that I know. Not just my native language, but also the language of the country that I live in, which is Czech. Do you think pre-1.14 villagers were better? They were more balanced. That's for sure. I don't know if they were better. I never really did anything with villagers, to be honest. Like if you for those of you who have seen my Polyworld and recall, I literally just had a villager spawner and I just killed villagers all the time. So I don't use villagers in the conventional way that people use them in the regular game. I just kill them. That's literally how I play the game. Screw villagers. So I'm not the best person to ask that question, Afu. I really don't care. I don't really have an opinion on villagers. Because I just kill them anyway. Oh my god, but that's so inefficient and mean. I don't care. Hey, the clouds are transparent now. I don't think they were before. Okay, here we go. Oh. There we go. Okay, this is what I want. So this is gonna be sort of like a lake. It's kind of hard to tell. That's another thing that I really dislike about this water rendering, is that you can't even tell which block is a source block. It's a bit more easy. It's a bit easier to tell with the proper rendering that we're all used to. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the blocky water at all. I mean, look at how glitchy this is. It even has Z fighting issues. Blah. Ah, there we go. Okay, well, I'm gonna forget it in the next 5 minutes, but thanks, Potato. 1.14 villagers feel more like villagers since... But as mechanic, they're overly abused. Yeah, they're definitely overpowered, mechanically speaking. But I guess they do feel more alive, in a way. Which makes killing them even more fun! I think villagers shouldn't exist outside of ruins. Well, I have the mod. I have just the mod for you, right? It's called InfDev Plus, and it adds villages that are all abandoned. You're gonna love it. You probably never heard of it. It's a very obscure mod. Only like 2 people play it and know about it, but it does exist. I'm like having an active life in Minecraft. I don't like having an active life, period. 1.3, when the trading was rudimentary, at least it wasn't game-breaking. Yeah, it definitely wasn't game-breaking. If anything, the trading in 1.3, when it was added, it felt almost pointless. Like, there were almost no items worth trading for, honestly. But then they made it the opposite. They made it way too good. It is a tricky thing to balance, though, like trading and stuff. Oh, come on. Okay, here we go. Why are these leaves not decaying? What's going on here? I missed the in-depth leaf decay. The in-depth leaf decay was the best. Why did not have to ruin it? This one's kind of unreliable. And it's only gonna get worse from here. Say aluminium or... aluminum or aluminium? I say aluminium. That's always how I've said it. Aluminum sounds weird. Isn't that the British way of saying it? Aluminum? Sentient life. I want the player to be the only human-esque mob in the overworld that isn't zombified, and you have to work to restore villagers. That is a cool idea, honestly. If all of the villagers were zombies, but you could still cure them, that would be awesome. I would honestly like that, because it would definitely feel more rewarding. Even though villagers would still be kind of overpowered, at least you need to spend the resources. It would also give gold a use. Honestly, right, that is like the best idea you've had, my guy. Yeah, I like that a lot. I wonder if a mod for that already exists, because if it does, I'm definitely adding that to my personal modern mod pack, for sure. Okay, this is gonna look very weird from up top here, but at the bottom it's gonna look glorious, trust me. Trust me, trust me. I think it would be more interesting if you had to kill villagers in order to get them. And there weren't any naturally. What do you mean there weren't any? Oh, there weren't any regular villagers naturally, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If there were... Okay, that's weird. That's what I'm saying. If it was only... zombie villagers and you had to cure all of them, that would have been great. for both balancing and game design. It also would have given gold more use, because you would have to like craft a bunch of golden apples, so you would need to get a bunch of gold. I mean, gold already has some uses, at least in modern. It's definitely better than it was back in the good old days, but it could always be improved, you know? It's kind of like copper, really. Stick on alpha. I stick 2, I think you mean. I stick to alpha 1.0.5 underscore 1 because it has better leaf decay before notched it up again. Yeah. But I want villagers to exist still, but if you have to kill them, then you have to put in work to get trades. Exactly, yeah. I don't even know what you're saying, Afu. Just disabled villages in my modern mod pack. I think igloos have an ultra rare chance to spawn a villager, but that's mostly fine. Igloos have a 50% chance. Yeah, the secret room in the igloo isn't even that rare. I always thought that it was rarer than it actually is. Which is definitely interesting. This is gonna be very... How far should I keep going with this? Because if I keep going, it's probably gonna end up looking kind of weird and unnatural. Copper and its building blocks are cool, but it's almost impossible to avoid now. Yeah, the stuff is everywhere, and for some reason, I still don't understand the logic behind this, but Mojang decided to make copper give... Like, it's the only ore, like, metal ore that gives multiple drops per block mined, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. I don't know why they choose to do it that way. Like, I get it, copper is the most common metal, I think, in the real world, but this is a video game. There's supposed to be some, like, thought put into the game design as well. Like, why are... like, a little bit of a rant incoming, but why on earth are Mojang so focused on making Minecraft the most realistic thing imaginable when it's literally a city block game? Like, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. That's my main issue with the direction that the game has taken as of late. Like, the terrain and all of these, like, little things that are, like, realistic, but really they're not supposed to be. The game was never meant to be realistic. The terrain is the biggest one, but there's also other stuff like the ore distribution and, like, so the way animals work, for example, as well. I really don't like that at all. I mean, it's their game. They get to do whatever they want with it. But, oh god, this waterfall looks awful with this rendering. This rendering is awful. I don't remember it being this bad. Okay, there's a place over there that I need to put a water block on. Hopefully this is gonna look better once we update. Because this is not good to look at. Oh god, chat is going insane again. Hold on, let me put this block down and then I'll catch up. Ugh. There we go. Okay, wait, so... How do you improve your England? Go to either the UK or just in general some foreign country where people speak a lot of English, like for example the Netherlands. Like go study in the Netherlands and it will improve. Like my actual English is pretty good, it's just that my pronunciation is crap. I'm aware of that. Igloos are not a reliable source of villagers. I could just disable the villager spawn. Eat the copper, use it. Yes. Copper is not anywhere close to the most common metal. What is then? Is it iron? Aluminium and iron are way more common. Okay. Made copper common so people can use it to build. I guess. I mean, other than for roofs, I never really used copper to build. I mean, I know that's not saying much because I barely even build to begin with, but yeah, like I only really see copper being used for maybe some like underground interiors and dungeons and stuff and roofs. I don't think it's as versatile as Mojang thinks it is. But again, I'm not a builder, so I'm probably talking out of my ass. I mean, I'm definitely talking out of my ass, but yeah. Okay, let's jump down. I want to see how this looks for now, and then I'll decide if I want to keep going or keep it at this. This actually didn't take as long as I expected because I did have some infinite source. Okay, I kind of want all of this to be a lake, honestly, so yeah, I think I want to keep going a little bit. And then definitely I want to put a lot of water down here. Well, I actually can't put that much water in here because I can't put water where there's already water. Thanks, Notch. I don't know when that gets changed. I would hope it's the next version. If it's the next version, I'm also willing to upgrade this stream just to have the better water, because this looks awful. Okay, from down here it actually doesn't look too bad, but from up there it looks awful. Oh, once I put some torches behind this waterfall and some other stuff, it's gonna look so good. Okay, but I think the beginning being over here is good. That's fine. I'm gonna extend it over there a little bit, so it flows down this hill and covers up this area, and maybe from the other side. And then I'll do some terraforming down here and put some more water wherever I can to make this at least feel a bit more like a lake. Definitely can't make it into a lake yet because water is stupid, but can definitely try. I do like how this is coming along, though. Chiseled gold slabs. I think it's weird that we don't have golden doors yet. Like, we have iron doors and copper doors, but no golden doors. They could even do something interesting, like make the golden doors only openable by hand, so they don't trigger by redstone. I don't know how practical that would be, but I mean, if they're willing to add all this other bloat, might as well add a golden door, am I right? Okay, I want to store the wood. I have so much wood. I'm gonna get even more very soon. Do the furnaces need coal? Oh, this one needs coal. Okay, let's put some coal in this one. Might as well make some torches. Very good for accepting builds, that's about it. Hello, Paul. Welcome back to the stream. I mean, sure, it's cool, but it has barely any other uses except for the golem, and I'm the only person who seems to hate it. I think the golem is fine. I don't think it's offensive. I think it's okay. Like, I'm not crazy about it, but I'm also not like, oh, why did they add the golem? It's so stupid and useless. I think it's okay. It's an alright addition. I might even use it in my forever world here when I get there in like 50 years. When I'm in the retirement home and I'm gonna be like, oh, this copper golem is so useful, huh? Okay, so I want to put some water down here, I think. Okay, this tree has to go. Although having a water tree would be kind of funny. Just a tree in the middle of the water. But, let's actually try to make it look good, at least. Oh. Okay, you know what? This is the point where all these other buckets will come in handy. There we go. So it wasn't a complete waste. I mean, sure, it's cool, but it has barely any other uses except for the golem. Oh, how did I get that? What do you think about current situation of Bedrock Edition? I think it's hilarious, honestly. I mean, it sucks to be a Bedrock player, don't get me wrong, but the way that Mojang and especially Microsoft have handled it is just... Oh, our game is broken? Don't worry, here, you can now buy mine coins on the website. Isn't that cool, guys? And also the fact that they released that freaking mobile slop. What was it called? I even forgot, like Minecraft Blast or something? The fact that they released that while their main game is straight up broken is also hilarious to me. Like it's just so clear where the priorities for I don't know about Mojang, but it's especially for Microsoft where their priorities are. How do we make more and more money from our cash cow here until we end up eventually killing it? Anything Microsoft buys, it ends up dying. Like just take a look at Skype, for example. They killed, they butchered my boy. Look at how they butchered my boy. Skype was cool. I miss Skype. Okay, that's an infinite source. Gotta remember that. Oh god, these trees. I'm gonna join Team Tree End here and chop down every single tree on this cliff. The problem with villages is they exist. So true. Item sorting should have a skill level to achieve, like redstone. I kind of agree with that. Although keep in mind that the copper golem is rather inefficient. So I think it's probably fine, because even though it does sort your items for you, at the same time it's awfully slow and inefficient. You saw how stupid the guy is. Not to mention that he can get stuck on the geometry, so you really need to like make sure that the area that you're using him in is like idiot proof, basically. So I don't think it's as nuanced as you might think, or not nuanced, but it's not as black and white as you make it out to be. I think there's a little bit more going on with it. Basically, I think that the game would have been fine both with and without the golem. I don't think it's a deal breaker. Man, I swear, half of these streams is just me reading chat. Hold on. Sheep should only give wool with shears. Hey, that's something I did in a mod that you might like, a potato called InfDev Plus. You should check it out. It sucks to be a Bedrock player. Just play the good version. Actually, yeah, like there's no reason to keep playing Bedrock because Java Edition was given, as well as Bedrock Edition, to anyone who bought like the other versions in the past. So there's literally no reason not to switch to Java anymore. You have no excuse. If you have a PC, I guess. Like, yeah, if you're only on console or mobile, then you're out of luck. But if you do have a PC, then there's no reason to play Bedrock. And most PC players don't. Most PC players actually play the good version, which is Java. So it just sucks for the iPad kids, I guess, and the console people. Wish these buckets stacked. Java will likely... Java is definitely being discontinued, dude. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, in my opinion. Like, the whole thing with them releasing the obfuscation mappings is, like, the first step into phasing out Java Edition entirely. Like, think about it. There's no business incentive for Microsoft to keep supporting Java and like paying the Java developers when they don't make any money off of it whatsoever. They make all their money from Bedrock. Java is just a one-time purchase. And they make even less money out of it now that it gets basically given for free if you buy Bedrock anyway. You get both editions from one purchase. Whereas before you would have to buy Java separately, so... I feel like that was also an early sign that, oh, maybe they're gonna discontinue Java soon. Yeah, it would definitely end up like Roblox or Fortnite. Minecraft PE and Legacy Edition were actually good for the Better Together update. Merging everything into Bedrock Edition ruined both. Yeah. And the problem is Bedrock itself. It's barely even functional. as we all know. Okay, why is this water being so stupid? Okay, let's put it here. Oh. I don't understand this at all. Notch! There we go. Okay, that's good enough, I guess. Okay, this is an infinite source. I hate how this pushes me away. Just trying to get the goddamn water, man. Okay, here we go. Oh, here we go. Now it's doing the thing where it turns infinite. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. Here we go. Yes. Yes, flow, my beautiful children, flow. I don't know how water can be my children, but flow. Oh, these stupid trees! Bedrock Edition is the most accessible version of MC, plain and simple. It should be good, but it isn't, yeah. Especially if you're, like, marketing it as the main version. Like, Java Edition is the one that has the Java Edition subtitle. They're sort of playing that psychological game where they're like, oh, look, this is the Java Edition. Ooh, the stinky, broken, outdated Java Edition that nobody likes, nobody cares for. But this right here, oh no, this is the real Minecraft. Let's ignore the fact that the game originally was the Java Edition. Like, that was the original game. Let's ignore that conveniently. And it's basically a similar thing that Rockstar did with the 3G era GTA games. They're like, oh, this is the definitive edition. Those original editions in the... I forgot what the engine is called. Like in the original engine, yeah, those are the... Oh, no, yeah, those are stinky. No, buy this slop instead. So Microsoft is like doing the exact same shit. It's really disappointing, honestly. I don't know how much I should keep going. I think this is probably enough. I probably even went a little bit overboard with this, but whatever. Now let me put a torch up so you guys can actually see. Oh, this tree. I have way too much wood now. That's good though, because I'm never gonna need it soon. Because I'm gonna be actually building. Not the next episode, but one of the upcoming episodes. I'll be doing a bunch of building after we move. But I first want to do caving, that's for sure. I'm itching to do some caving. I haven't gotten to do any caving at all so far. And it's been more than a month since I started. Caving is my favorite pastime in this game, in case you didn't know. I could spend hours inside a cave just mining the exact same ores over and over and over again. Even though I don't even need them. I still do it anyway. Okay, let's hop down here. Keep going. Ah. Should have gotten more water while I was up here. Java Edition should be the main version, I agree. I mean, it's the original. Like, yeah, sure, Java itself is crap, especially for games and OpenGL and whatnot, but it is possible to optimize it. Modders have done it before. Hell, even Mojang have done it. So it is possible, but again, like, they know that if they like integrate the marketplace, which is their main source of revenue for the game, into Java Edition, the Java Edition players just wouldn't buy it. Like, they would hate it, because that's just how we're trained. We're trained to expect quality and not slop. We have free mods and all that stuff, so they know that full well, which is why they don't want to make Java the main version, because there's no way to sustainably monetize it. Oh, that's somehow infinite? Okay. Yeah, I really don't understand how this water works. I'm beyond confused. But let's jump down and see how this looks. Is it all covered? Or is there more that I need to do? Okay, this side is done. This is all covered. You probably can't see on the stream, but Trust me on this, it is all covered. Oh, except this part. Okay, this part isn't covered. That side is also almost all covered. The goal is to cover that side and this side, so that all of these overhangs are behind the water. Ooh, this is crazy. And once I fill up the basin down here as well with water, it's gonna be so good. This is probably my biggest, like, natural, quote-unquote natural build that I've done. Okay, let me catch up with the chat. Oh my god, I missed a lot of chat. Okay, never mind, I'm not gonna catch up with chat, I'm sorry. If I missed anything important, then let me know right now, because I'm looking at the chat now. They're not even trying to hide their greed, yeah. Java rules, Bedrock is okay. Bedrock is not okay. It was okay a while ago, but now it's just, there's no saving it. You still get Xbox One edition. Why did not add rain? Rain in beta sucks. Well, hello Jonas, welcome back to the stream. If Java got the marketplace, it'd end about as well as discontinuing it. Yeah. So, at least they're giving us the source code in a way. They're like no longer obfuscating the code. So it could have been worse. Okay, it could have been like, oh, we just gotta discontinue Java Edition, and if you make mods for it, then you'll be banned. It could have been like Nintendo. So it could always be worse. Screw Nintendo. I'm on 6.15, yes, Jonas. So what I'm hearing is that Minecraft isn't as good as it could be because of capitalism. Why does this so often seem to be the conclusion? Because greed, my friend. Capitalistic greed. Java is good and it was sold in a capitalist society. Notch, with all his flaws, wasn't a greedy a-hole. Yeah, that is true. Would you believe me if I told you that people actually hated the fact that Notch started selling in-dev and only in-dev? Like, that was a very controversial thing back then when he did that. But the guy had to make money somehow, because otherwise people were barely even buying the game. Because it was free. And it wasn't going to stay free forever. He said so himself. And yet people were like, oh no, why must I pay now to get the new content? No. I believe they'll add a marketplace to Java. If they do that, ironic. Also, welcome to the stream. If they do that, yeah, it's gonna be the end of Java, as others have already said. Whatever on the internet says use a VPN for pirating. It's not illegal here. Yeah, it's not illegal here either. A guy I knew literally got his stuff confiscated, like here in the Czech Republic, confiscated by the government, or by the police. And he had like a bunch of cracked movies and games and stuff, and they didn't even care. They confiscated it for other reasons. To this day, I honestly don't know for what reasons. But it wasn't because of piracy. They literally did not care at all what he had on there in terms of pirated content. Ow. Okay, I think this side is done. Okay, almost. That bit needs to be covered. Okay, so right here. I feel like they'll discontinue Java or add a marketplace. I literally said that earlier, ironic. But I don't think you were here yet. But yeah, I was discussing that earlier. I agree. I think that will happen as well. Not just since Microsoft acquired it. Judging for survival test was criminal. It was, yeah. At least in-dev was interesting, and he was making actual progress and not just goofing around. My god, where are the infinite water sources? Do I seriously have to climb all the way back up for these? Oh my god. You say you love it, Jonas, but look at how glitchy it looks. And also, I said it earlier, but I'm gonna repeat myself for you. I hate this rendering. I think it makes absolutely no sense for the way that the water works. It makes more sense if this was used in dev where water was finite. But here, it just doesn't work. At all. Because there's no way to tell where the water is flowing, how it's flowing, and all that stuff. It's not good. Not to mention all the Z fighting issues and face rendering issues. Okay, here we go. This should cover it. Oh, god damn it, almost. Need to cover it a little bit more. I want all of this to be covered, all the way up until here. Java has problems, but it's playable. Yeah, exactly. And there's nothing a good mod or two can't fix, you know? This error is peak jank, it is. Yeah, Bedrock has like the memory leak, whole bunch of crashes, you falling out of the world. Recently, although I think they did finally fix it. Even though it took them 2 weeks, the problem where the mouse wouldn't lock into the freaking screen. Like, how can you mess that up? That is literally a 2009 notch era bug. That was an actual bug that existed in the game in like 14A. One of the many 14A versions, if I recall correctly. I don't know which one, like 4 or 5. And guess what? Notch fixed it in literally the same day, like within a couple of minutes. And it's still normal for him to make to have a bug like that because he was just a single guy back then. He was just one developer. This is a whole studio we're talking about. Like, how can you mess up so badly? Like, it's baffling, honestly. It's completely baffling. Okay, well, what do I do with this? Like, I kind of want to like cover this up, but I don't want to have this go on for too long. Crap. I think if I put that there, I still need one more. Oh my god, these tools are so bad. I hate them. I'm gonna run out of iron just doing this. Definitely gonna... So, the plan is, once I move in the next stream, I'm gonna look for caves. Because I think next version adds caves. So I'm definitely gonna look for some caves. I want caves. You know what? I'm just gonna terraform this a little bit so that you can't access it. I just need one more bucket of water up there. It'd be a neat fast water setting. There's nothing fast about it, but I guess. Definitely can be controlled by setting. You're giving me ideas. I wonder if I should add that to InfDev Plus. Part of me doesn't want to, but I don't know. Okay, hold on, the chat is exploding again. Something I mentioned earlier is that I think cell phones peaked in the early 2000s with those goofy keypad phones. They weren't perfect, but at least they didn't have all our modern problems. They were good for texting because they had an actual keyboard, but also didn't have all the internet bloat. I think phones, especially smartphones, peaked in the early 2010s. That's when we saw the most, like, innovation, I guess, and the most freedom, I guess, except Apple, but I do like that era of phones. Digital minimalism is good for your life. Unless they have a removable battery and aren't sending mass amounts of data to a company, it's a net negative. They only fixed the mouse problem so you could easily press the marketplace button again. So true. I want to get the dumb phone, but it's hard to find quality dumb phones these days that aren't being sold for like $350 or something obscene like that. I mean, that's still cheaper than a smartphone. Caves and dungeons. I want to use a Linux phone. I don't want the phone at all. I was planning on getting a phone next year, but when I saw the announcement of the new Steam hardware, I decided to get that instead. I want to get the VR headset. It's gonna be my entryway into VR, and I'm excited for it. And I can actually justify buying it too, because I can play any game on it. Not just the couple of VR games that I care about, like Half-Life Alyx and the new Thief VR game. I can actually play other stuff on it as well. So the justification is there. And I do have the money, I just need to wait for it to actually come out. And besides, I already have a Steam Deck and I'm very happy with that, so... Okay, I still need to make it go up until here or so. Yeah, up until here. Let's do it. Eat the slop, eat the bugs. Eat the everything. Miss my BlackBerry, I love that phone. I miss my my iPhone. My iPhone 3GS. The original iPhone that I had. It's kind of funny because all of the iPhones that I had, except the 5, were my mother's. Like, whenever she upgraded her iPhone, she gave me the old one. So I had the 3GS, the 4S, and the 5S. Farlands are the greatest bug ever. I actually wanted to, like, legitimately walk to the Farlands as, like, a side project. I would play every day for, like, an hour and see how long it takes me to get there. Because that basically falls in line with my playstyle, my nomadic playstyle, where all I do is just walk around and explore. So I would like to do that. My main concern is if I'm gonna have enough time to do it. Okay, here we go. This is perfect. It's all covered up now. Actually, I would like to cover this up as well. Crap. Where's the freaking water sources? I need a water source. Why is this water so jank? The jankiest water. This is somehow almost as jank as the in-depth water. Steam VR is actually a good VR innovation rather than the metaverse. Yes. Because it's focused on gaming and not... metaverse stuff. Steam is living in an alternate world where tech companies weren't as evil. I mean, Valve is evil. Don't get fooled. They're just a lot less evil than basically all the other companies. They're like the smallest devil, pretty much. Okay, that should be good enough. Let's see how we're looking. Oh god, these trees are flooded now. And they're also blocking the water flow. Let's chop them down. Okay, let the water flow here. Okay, that's good enough. I need to break these leaves. I hate how leaves placed on the ground don't decay on their own. That is mighty annoying. Oh wow, we've been going for an hour already. Although we are almost done. What's left is the lake and the stuff behind the waterfalls. I don't know what that will be yet. I think like some sort of a cobblestone shrine or something. But yeah, here we go. The waterfalls are finished. I'm gonna wait for daytime so we can actually have a look at them and bask in their full glory. I'm also gonna finish the lake while I'm here. Or at least try to finish it. I'm gonna go back to main base and see what's going on in chat while I wait for daytime. I mostly don't want to hang out here during the night because it's so dark, and even I'm struggling to see. I dread to think what it's like for you guys due to YouTube compression and all that. But the nights are peaceful. There's hardly any mobs. Okay, I want these gold blocks, definitely. Let me prepare for this. Because I want some treasure behind the waterfall. Here we go. Also the logs. God, I have so much of this crap. Okay, I'm gonna move these to the other chest on the other side of the room. And I'll put the logs here. There we go. These slabs, I don't want these slabs. They're just gonna take up inventory space. Get out of here. Okay, so here I want to put the saplings, ladders, gunpowder, flint, coal, all these goodies. I actually don't have that much gunpowder. I was expecting to have more by now. Oh, and the gold bars. Okay, hold on, let me catch up with chat. Side project. It could last you 15 years. I would do it off camera. It's not really gonna be a stream series, because I'm already doing this. Zelinator is on. You mean live? That's a surprise. I have a little free time. I guess I'll walk to the InfDev Plus Farlands real quick. Again, you would have to use the vanilla world type, because I removed the Farlands. So your only other option is to walk to the 32-bit integer limit. Because I made sure that there's almost no bugs up until that point. It's all fully playable. I said as Evo, not that they aren't Evo. Okay, good. Microsoft has been Evo since the 90s, but everyone forgot, I guess. Gabe just bought another mega yacht, so don't forget that he's still a billionaire and no single person should have that much wealth for any reason. I agree. I'm not saying that, oh yes, Gabe, take my money and become a billionaire. But again, like at least Steam are using like a portion of their money for good, you know? They're using a portion of their money for their own research and making good hardware, and it's actually really good hardware. I have a Steam Deck. I've had one for a few months now, and I'm really pleased with it. It's a great piece of tech. So at least they're actually using their money for something. They're not just hoarding it and like feeding the bellies of the CEOs with it. They are investing a good chunk of it into other stuff. It doesn't all go into Gabe's pockets, basically. They just make that much that he can afford to to live the luxurious lifestyle. I think most billionaires should be in jail and people shouldn't have that amount of money. I wouldn't say they should be in jail unless they actually committed crimes, like, and I'm pretty sure a lot of them did, but they definitely should have a good chunk of their wealth taken away and distributed to vulnerable people like the elderly and the disabled. Basically, everything is tainted because of our fallen motivations, but Valve is a relatively well-mitigated form of capitalist business that actually fosters a good relationship with its customers. Yeah, because they actually care about delivering a good service, you know, good service, good products. That's why people like Valve. What if we just rose up? I think we should implement a 100% wealth tax on anyone with a net worth of over 1 billion. Any income they make after that is taxed 100%, preventing their wealth from increasing further. Yeah, but the problem is that it's too late to implement that now. That should have been implemented ages ago, because by now even if governments want to do that, these people would just not do business with that country. And if they want to implement it in their own country, like let's say the United States, that would never happen because they have all the money and the power to prevent that from happening. They literally control politics. Gotta put my tinfoil hat on, but it's more and more obvious as we go that they're pulling the strings. I just don't think having $1 billion should be possible, and most of them deserve to be in jail, but if they haven't committed a crime, they should just be taxed. Yeah. What Potato said. Well, I'm gonna be radical and say maybe we should have money and revert to monkey. We shouldn't have money and revert to monkey. There we could live in the woods like God intended. Yes. But then we wouldn't have InfDev Plus, dude. Come on, think about it. InfDev Plus is the greatest invention of mankind. Money is a necessary evil. Credit of some kind is required because bartering doesn't work. If you don't want exactly what I have to offer, I can't get anything from you. That doesn't really work. Yeah, like trading. If you replace money with trading, like let's say you live in a village and you want, I don't know, clams. And all you have is wheat. And let's say that either nobody has clams, or if somebody has clams, they don't want wheat. They want something else that you don't have. And then you gotta rely on other people having that, trading for the clams, and then trading the clams over. But maybe there's more people that want clams. It becomes a convoluted and confusing mess by that point. So money does trivialize things in a way, to a certain degree. I should better pick the string up. You never know when you're gonna need more string. I could die any moment and lose my bow. Distributism sounds kind of alright in my opinion. I don't know much about it though. The idea of take form of the rich, give to the poor isn't as simple as it sounds, because once the poor become rich, they would act exactly the same. Yeah. But I'm not saying make the rich poor. I'm saying have everyone be equal. Have everyone be equally as wealthy. I know that's pretty much impossible, but in an ideal world, that's how it would work. Like, let's say every person in the world would have a net worth of 1 million, or several million, or hell, even 1 billion, let's say. Instead of, oh, there's these people, like, it's just way too unbalanced right now. There's a very small percentage, like less than 1% of individuals in the world that hold, like, more money, that have more wealth than entire countries, which definitely shouldn't be a thing. That's why you redistribute the wealth and have democracy. Oh god, the chat is so fast that it's laggy. There always be someone on top. You select a lot of countries have tried that. Corruption is inevitable under any system. Yeah, it's literally part of human nature. That's why communism would never work. On the surface, if you think about it, it's a good idea. Like, have everyone be equal and all that stuff, but that would never work. Anytime someone finds themselves with a lot of power, they will abuse it. That's just a given. More money should mean more responsibility. Zelanator is not live, okay. Yeah, he's been busy with his game or whatever he's doing these days. That was weird. Oh my god, I'm gonna need so much water. Okay, wait, is this an infinite source? Yes! Thank god. So I don't have to walk all the way back. Every time I want to just put a block of water down, man. It's so bad. Actually terrible. God, this lake is gonna be a total mess, a total disaster, until I can actually put water on top of water. What a crazy concept. I really hope that next version does that. Because otherwise I'm gonna have to leave this lake in this sorry-ass state. Until I move. God. I'm going to be a tanky and say communism is somehow magically better. It's only better on paper. It would never actually work in the real world. When we achieve radical VR space communism, let's all hang out in InfTech plus VR. Yes. But our current model of capitalism does not work. Corruption exists, but the more facets of democracy, the more they can be held accountable. I also want my consciousness transferred in InfTech plus. Hello, James. Welcome back. I don't think everyone should have equal wealth, but everyone should have comfortable wealth. Yeah. Either and or. If you earned it, I have no problem with a millionaire if you're a really productive person. I think all the oil tycoons in Saudi Arabia have like trillions, yep. Equal money would never work because of the economic problem. Yeah. Doesn't work in a country of millions. A truly perfect world, we wouldn't need money. Money is a tool used to deal with the interplay between two problems, limited resources and human moral imperfection. I like how we're so philosophical while I'm playing this crappy block game. An even crappier version of a crappy block game. Like, this version sucks. This does look pretty cool though, I'm not gonna lie. Ugh. Okay, there we go. Oh, crap. I really don't understand what is a source block. Okay, that is a source block, apparently. How we value as a society. Why are we paying sports players millions to throw a ball, but not paying teachers a comfortable wage for training young people? That is definitely true. I don't care much for sports. I only really like watch the World Cup, and that's basically it. So literally once every 4 years I would watch a couple matches, and usually only like the finals. I think people should have their basic needs accounted for and provided by the government. Well, yeah, duh. If you don't agree with that, you're a psycho. It just like this inspire philosophical thinking. It's so deep, man, the vibes. The vibes are so good. Equal money would basically mean no currency, so nothing can have a denominated value to it, which means everyone can get everything for free, which would absolutely dissolve the resources of the world. Yes. Everyone talks about post-scarcity society, but such a thing violates conservation of matter and energy. Resources will always be limited in a finite system. See? That's why InDev is great. One must imagine the InDev 615 player happy. America is so stupid. Imagine not having free healthcare. Does Canada have free healthcare? I was left with the impression that Canada doesn't either. I don't know, dude. I don't know anything about Canada. Okay, I think that's good. Let me just break these blocks here, because they seem to be in the way. There we go. Much better. Alright, here we go. Here's the giant... I don't even know what to call this waterfall, honestly. I feel like a massive project such as this does deserve a name. I'm just not sure what to call it, because I suck with names. As evident with my mods. InfDev, but plus. Meanwhile, it has nothing to do with InfDev. At least not anymore. Okay, well, I kind of want to put some water here, though. This kind of stands out. Here we go, and one... I guess I'm not putting one more. There we go, good enough. Oh god, I was actually kind of scared because I wasn't sure if that water would break my fall. Look at this! This took an hour, but it's done. Next step is to do some stuff inside of the... like, behind the waterfalls. The problem with the government should meet basic needs is who gets to decide what basic needs means. I mean, food, water, and shelter, I would say. The basic needs of a person in Los Angeles are not the same as the needs of a person in rural Wyoming. Canada has free healthcare and free dental care for those who are poor. Yeah, but for those who are poor. Which is good, but it's not free for everyone. So how should the government handle that disparity? Command block to AEP. Command blocks are easy if you already have a command system. When I added command blocks to InfDev Plus, it was really simple to do, honestly. I was almost surprised. Speaking of commands, I'm actually overhauling the command system of InfDev Plus for the next patch. I'm making sure that all of the commands actually use... I got this. Look at this! This looks awful! My god, Notch. But yeah, I'm actually overhauling the command system. So all the command text is now, or will be, translatable. And I'm also improving some commands and adding some new ones as well. Okay, here we go. You need an entire department to research those issues. The bureaucracy would prevent anything from getting done. That's the other reason communism didn't work, specifically in the USSR. It was just too damn big, yeah. That's madness, Waterfall. No healthcare is free across the board, and Dento is that way. Yeah, Dento is not part of my healthcare either, sadly. Muammar Gaddafi tried to resolve the problems of democracy and the economic problem as well as introducing his ideology called Third International Theory. You should read the Green Book when you can. Niagara Falls, there we go. Niagara Falls slowly turns step by step, inch by inch. I feel like I should just name it Niagara Falls, even though it's not very creative, but... I don't know. If you guys have a better name for this waterfall, let me know, because I'm about to name it. Best solution is actually to divide the world into smaller subdivisions that don't have such large countries. I'm looking at you, Russia. I still wonder why so many people ask me where I'm from. I feel like because some people probably know that I can read Cyrillic. Maybe, and I know that a lot of Russians are... I don't know if they're watching my content, but I know that a lot of Russians play my mods. Maybe that's why, because they might think that I'm one of them. But no, I'm not Russian, for the record. I only understand written Russian, and even then, not all of it. And spoken Russian is basically might as well just be gibberish to me. Welcome back, Soybean. Soybean, what should I name this waterfall now that it's done? The amount of power and money Libya had caused him to become a psychopath. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, anyone in power eventually loses it because he or she has so much power. If that falls. I would like something a little bit more creative. That should be governed by a UN. Bright Falls, of course! Thank you, Potato. Bright Falls, InfDev 2010-06-15. Here we go. This is Bright Falls. If you don't get the reference, shame on you. Say, my neck hurts really fast. No. The UN is basically useless, right? The UN is another flawed concept that would never work, honestly. Oh, look at this. Damn. Damn, son. Oh, I should put more water here, actually. Okay, is this infinite? Nope. I definitely want to put more water here. It's not done yet. Okay, I'll do something with the gold later. I really want to finish this. Right, the UN is terrible. Yes, exactly. The countries with permanent seats on the Security Council are the 5 countries most responsible for the world's problems, minus Belgium. Belgium is responsible for some problems too. Just not for the entire world, but mostly for the EU. Because that's like the seat of the EU, and a lot of the controversial and stupid like bills and laws that the EU passes come from Belgium. I feel like that's a big reason why people hate Belgium and the Belgians. Especially here domestically in Europe. What I've learned from history is that if you see a red, white, and blue flag approaching your country, either prepare for war or run. Hey, I heard that the US is planning to invade Venezuela, by the way. I wonder how that would go. That's some amazing terrain, Jen. Yeah, you missed it last time, IDAC, but I... Like, this is the terrain, Jen, and I decided to actually make, like, a big waterfall here and hide the little, like, caverns and overhangs behind it. And now I'm lighting it up, and I'm gonna put something there. I don't know what. It's because they were designed that way with a focus to converse US power. It's not just the criticism of the US. There are 3 other major imperial powers with those colors. France, UK, and what's the other one? Netherlands? I would say Netherlands. You know, there are only 2 people that I hate in this world. People intolerant of other people's cultures and the Dutch. The damn Dutch. I love that quote. Oh yes, a war. That's what we need. Perfect idea. So much winning. Yep. By the way, the no-war president, right? The peaceful no-war president. Let me remind you. Sending 500 billion to Israel. Yep. Like, Americans, including Trump, complain about, oh, we shouldn't send that much money to Ukraine, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, okay, fair enough, but then why do you send even more money to Israel then? Stop sending to Israel as well. Especially because Israel is the primary aggressor. I don't want to get into it too much, but... yeah, you get what I mean. Well, would prevent a recession, so would lifting the tariffs, but whatever. Yeah, but it would also cost lives. And especially, like, Gen Z doesn't want to die for a country that doesn't even care about them. Like, why should Americans fight for someone else's war, basically? There's no, like, threat from Venezuela. Like, yeah, the politicians are trying to spin it like, oh, it's the drugs. Are there even any, like, drugs from Venezuela, or at least, like, a big amount? Because I think there's a lot more drugs from Central America and Mexico than there are from Venezuela. Again, I'm not American, so I know I can't really speak much on the topic, but at least I've never heard of that being a problem. Until Trump came around and was like, oh, those Venezuelans, man. It's definitely because they have oil. That's definitely the reason. Not the Netherlands. The country actively invading their neighbor right now. Oh. Yes, that one. Yep. I really dislike that one. Not gonna lie. The Netherlands did have a lot of colonies as well, though. They're not completely clean themselves, but... it's a topic for another... I need my cobblestone, because I have something in mind here. We're quick to send money to Israel, but not our own people. Yep. Israel-Palestine situation is also mostly Britain's fault. Britain started it, and the US made it worse, basically. Yeah, I want some of these. I know it's asking a lot, but it would be nice if our nation's leaders worked on our best interest. They're all old and corpses of people. Drugs, yeah, okay. Yep. It's definitely the drug, guys, trust me. We must stop Venezuela before it's too late. They're eating the dogs! They're eating the cats! It would be funny if that wasn't the current president of the most powerful country in the world. Okay, wait. Actually, I'm just gonna put random cobblestone here for now. Like, I want to give like the impression that there's some ruins here behind this waterfall. Maybe like some makeshift pillars like that. Been reading about Arab history throughout the 20th century. You should check it out. It's interesting. Yeah, I've never really looked into Arab history. I really don't know much about it. More cobble. Lots of cobble. Do we have someone normal? No. Not allowed. Duran Mamdani is kind of a populist, but he can't run for president because he wasn't born in the US. Flip. What is normal? I don't know, man. Ugh. Okay, this looks like nothing, and I want to have a little, like, treasury area room thing over here where the big area is. Behind the two waterfalls. Yeah, there's some coal here. Not gonna get it, though. Oh! Daytime! Here comes the sun. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, and here, let me light up the rest of this. Oh, there really are no monsters here. Oh, I can put it back here, actually. Yes, yes, yes. This is a very nice area. Back here. Definitely. And over here I can build something, but I don't think we have enough time. We only have half an hour. I can't really build anything big over here. It would be cool to build like some sort of a small ruined tower here, or something along those lines. But first, over here is gonna be the treasury, and here is where I wanna do a little, sort of like a shrine thing, I would say. Yes, and over here I'm gonna put gold. Oops. Okay, there we go. Well, actually, let me move one of these. Oh, move it like down here that it like fell. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Not wanting to make money from being in political power. Our original nation's leaders were farmers. They governed only when they didn't harvest based. I mean, don't fool yourself. They were elites. Hamilton was probably the only one who died, but he had other issues. I don't know who Hamilton is. I'm not American enough, man. Okay, what should I build here? Let's go for something like this. I want this to be like so. gonna need more cobble. It's good that I'm actually using my cobblestone, though. What isn't good is that it's gonna take forever to get out of here because of these stupid water physics. Oh wow, the cobblestone actually looks surprisingly decent from out here. It kind of almost looks like a ruined, like ruins. When you get close to it, it kind of looks like nothing, but from out here, it kind of looks okay, I guess. Yeah, this is neat. Sometimes you should not make money in office. Look like a cop. On the policy that all money received while in office must be disclosed. Any politician who receives money from a corporation or foreign nation should be immediately removed from power. Yes. Lewis Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton. It is a lot of water, yes. It took me an hour. Regular stone. I don't really need that though. Actually, I could use it. Let's do some block mixing, guys. I'm terrible at that, but might as well. I'm gonna build the tower first and then I'll break it apart. That's the plan. Hello, piggy. I need your meat. Oh, lovely. So I want to heal. There we go. Okay, and here I'm just gonna spam cobblestone again for a bit. Look at all these ruins, guys. These are ruins, trust me, bro. I'm so terrible at building. I'm literally the worst builder in existence. I should have brought more cobblestone. Oops. Okay, good enough, I think. Block vomit. I need your seed. I'll reveal it once I can. So you just gotta wait until I get to beta 1.8 or whatever version has the seed display. Can you give me a general idea how to make a recipe book? Read the recipe data and then draw it the same way you draw items in slots in containers. Pretty much. That's the general gist of it. I actually had it done for me by Strauts in the past. He did the InDev Plus recipe list, and then I ported that over to InDev Plus, but I did have to make some changes to it. But start with fetching all the recipes from the list. From the standard list of, like, recipes that, you know, the actual game uses. I'll give you the seed after the stream if you remind me, Soybean. Cobblestone creeper ruins. I would love to build a creeper actually here, but I guess I could maybe try to build a creeper face, but there isn't really a whole lot of space to work with. Okay, I'm just gonna build it up here so that it actually touches the ceiling. Because I want to give it like the impression that it's buried in the ground. Monoliths right next to each other way back in 1.1 days, nice. Okay, and now we start breaking this apart. Here we go. And my pickaxe broke. I'm gonna need more iron very, very soon. Next time we're definitely gonna go mining. Or maybe not next stream, but the stream afterwards, because next stream we are moving. And I don't think there's caves yet. I think caves are 6:17, I would say. Probably good enough. I'm too lazy to do the block mixing on the walls, honestly. I think I'll just leave it like this. Let's do just another, like, ruined pillar here. Caves are 6:16, okay. So maybe we are gonna do some caving next time. Because I don't expect it to take me more than 1 hour. Hopefully even 30 minutes to just find a nice spot to move. And after that I'll just do some caving. And we're gonna start doing the actual builds that I have planned on 6:17. 6:17 will be... I'll do both versions in one video. Or one stream, I mean. Okay, so does this... Guys, be honest, does this look like ruins to you, or does it just look like random crap? I bet I can't craft mossy cobblestone. Yeah, that would be awesome if I could, but... This is stinky old inf dev. Really bad version. Quite possibly one of the worst versions ever made. I could place some slabs around here, actually. That might... I still have 20... Let's make that 21. 21 cobble, so let me craft some slabs. Gonna put them around here. Cobble stairs. It looks fine. Maybe add slabs. Yeah. I'm working on it. I'm not gonna add slabs on the walls though. I actually will need more slabs for this. Okay, let's go get more slabs. It's turning nighttime already. We have 20 more minutes. I'm probably gonna be done with this within 10. So I might end the stream early. Because that's basically all that I wanted to do. I was worried that this would probably take me too long, but it ended up being even shorter than the actual stream itself. I'm gonna put some torches, a trail of torches, just to lead my way back here. Yes, indeed, Paul. Ruins. It's actually my first time attempting ruins like this. So, for a first attempt, I think it's okay. Definitely could be a lot better, but... Yeah. I feel like ruins are probably, like, easy to build, but hard to master. Like, to make them look actually good, it requires a lot of skill, but to make decent looking ruins, like serviceable ones like these, it's very easy, because all you do is just spam blocks. Oh, crap. Can't build either. I hate slabs. Whoa, why are you raging at slabs again? I hate her slabs! Arrgh. Oh, no. Not there, maybe there. Oh crap, there. I wanna get rid of these now. I have 6 more. Where else can I put slabs? Oh, right here maybe. Put a few. And this last one will go possibly here. There we go. Here's the ruins. Yeah, the slabs definitely make them look a little bit better, I guess. Do you remember the ruins I made? How do you rank those? Those are definitely better than mine. I didn't even try here, because I was a little bit low on time, and I also basically had no ideas for how it should look like, so... Break a pillar of them, you're screwed. Have to tear it all down. Hello, Neon Light. I'm actually done building. This is... I don't even know. This is Bright Falls. It's basically what I did was I put water, now that we have working water, I put water all around here to cover up this area here with the, like, caverns, I guess. And behind the caverns I put a bunch of torches and quote-unquote ruins, which is basically just cobblestone and slab spam. And there's also, like, a tower over there. I kind of try to make it look like a ruined tower. I think it looks like nothing, but I tried. And all the way back here, there was this natural, like, little alcove. I put some treasure here. So that's what I built. Hello, Alex. Welcome back to the stream. Yes, much aqua indeed. This is Bright Falls. Welcome to Bright Falls. Rio. I need more water. That one block is gonna piss me off. Actually, no. There, fixed. Oh, no, screw it. I will get the water. I have nothing else to do for the last 15 minutes anyway. Lighting bugs. I wonder when the lighting bugs are gonna be fixed. I genuinely have no idea. I think they'd last until, like, alpha, like mid-alpha or something. So weird not hearing the sound of the bucket, because I'm used to playing in-depth plus and even modern. And I'm also not used to have mobs take 3 hits instead of 2. I really hope I find some diamonds next time in my first caving expedition. That's the goal. Not just iron, but also diamonds. This lake looks kind of neat, I guess, with this water, but it's gonna look jank when I update. I would also put some stone here, because I do have some stone, but I don't think that's gonna help, because there's already stone up here, which is natural. I honestly don't like using stone much in my builds, because it's a natural block. Like, I consider it part of the environment, and just using it is basically like using dirt, honestly, for me. And I always found it weird when people use, like, all sorts of natural blocks for block mixing in Modern. Actually, let me go get some more water. Unlike that they take 3 hits again in beta 1.3. Oh, there's zombies here! This is actually great. I was looking for zombies last time, I think, because I wanted feathers for arrows. This is perfect. Although now I'm running low on iron, but... hopefully we get some more iron next time. And there goes my sword. Great. There are mobs, Paul, but there's very little of them. The mob spawner is still broken. I wonder how long it's gonna stay broken like this. Stone bricks, best block. Yeah, stone bricks are good. I'm talking about regular stone. Doesn't seem right to me to use regular stone in builds. I don't know. And I always felt this way about stone. Okay, that's plenty of arrows now. Very nice. Way easier to get than clay bricks, indeed. And the texture actually lines up correctly. You mean to say the regular bricks don't line up correctly? Because I never really noticed that. Only these few early versions, IDAC, don't have a hand. Later versions will have a hand. Oh, here's the sunset. You can actually see my trail of torches leading back to spawn in the night. It's kind of neat. Let's see how this looks like from up here. Oh, ooh, wow. Okay. This looks like a sinkhole. Look at that. I was not expecting this to look so good from up here as well. I mean, that looks kind of weird, but... yeah, I was expecting this to look very strange or ugly from all the way up here, but it actually looks pretty alright. I'm pleased with this. It's my first time doing something like along these lines. I'm so tempted to jump and hit the water, but I'm also scared that it might actually kill me. So I'm not gonna do that, because spawn is actually quite a ways away. Let's watch the sunrise. There are people who say that stone bricks don't belong in Minecraft. We can't be friends with those people. Yeah, those people are dumb. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. They're just dumb. Beta 1.7.3 made people... Beta 1.7.3 made people dumb, indeed. Side texture doesn't align with the top texture. Ah, okay. Bricks is the most Minecraft thing ever. Every material. Make it a proper path. Ah, I'm lazy. That will require way too much work, Potato. You know me. Lampposts and decoration. I can't even make lampposts. Not until fences get added, which won't be for a while, so... yeah. Wait, I just now noticed. Look at that little pixel there. That's odd. Huh. Also, is this waterfall default of this version? Never saw it. What do you mean? This is 6.15. Yeah, I built it. There's no waterfalls yet. Actually, there are waterfalls in this version. In 6.15 introduces waterfalls, but these are old chunks. They don't have any waterfalls. Speaking of which, I guess I could, like, explore a little bit until we find a waterfall. We have 10 minutes. I'm just gonna walk in that direction a little bit. See if we can find a naturally spawning waterfall. Like some sort of waterfall. It would be cool to have some rocks up here, like the water would be flowing out of. Actually, that's a good idea. Instead of exploring, let's do that. For the last 10 minutes. The sunrise would have looked even better with the sun, like sunset colors. I really like those. I want to play InfDev from 0 one day. It's not a whole lot of fun, IGAC. It literally took me until last stream to actually have fun in this one. For the most part, it's been kind of tedious, not gonna lie. I'm gonna make it seem like the water is like flowing out of here, even though it's flowing the opposite direction, but whatever. Height limit is 128. How far are you from original spawn? I have no idea. Probably like 2,000 or 3,000 blocks by now. Did you collect lava? You can still collect it in 6.16 from the Infinite Sea. I did not. I'm gonna do that, actually. I was thinking about doing that earlier. InfDev unironically has less content than InDev in a way. Yeah, InfDev is honestly trash. Like, it's just inferior alpha for the most part. And even the versions that do have, like, unique terrain, they're not really playable. Like, they have a lot of problems. Like, no leaf decay, only big trees, no caves, broken mob spawner, some of them have crashing issues. It's not fun, honestly. Alpha I can get behind. Alpha is kind of cool. Because it's a lot more playable and it still has this retro aesthetic to it. Alpha is good. It's InfDev that I have a problem with. Okay, so I'm gonna dig straight down until I hit the lava. And no, I won't die. I'm gonna be smart about it. Ten available blocks for 15 versions, then maybe play through InfDev pretty quickly, yeah. I'm actually taking my sweet-ass time with InfDev, even though I probably shouldn't. InfDev 6.15 has more content than InDev other than not having flowers or caves, yeah. 6.16 has all the stuff InDev has, plus more, yep. That's... I would say 6.16, 17, and 18 are the definitive InfDev versions, in my opinion. They're still InfDev in the sense that they're very, you know, basic and all that, but also they... I'm gonna fill all three of these with lava. They're still InfDev, and they're far away enough from Alpha to feel a little bit more standalone. Like, they're still basically Alpha with less features, but... it's different enough, I guess. I don't know. I'm tired. You think there's a red brick pyramid in this world? No, Paul. Those are only in early March builds, and those don't have level saving, sadly. Those were removed in March 27th, and that version already has level saving, but it also removes the brick pyramid, sadly. The only way to get brick pyramids in your world is through modding. I actually have done that in the past, but I didn't want to do it for this playthrough. How fortunate, by the way, that I actually found iron here. Imagine if I find diamonds doing this. That would be hilarious. Unique terrain, but no caves, flowers, mushrooms, or bedrock. Yep. Oh, the unique terrain stays. Yeah, I forgot about that. So definitely, yeah, 6.16 is probably the definitive quote-unquote version of InfDev. Because it does have unique terrain. Unlike later builds. Like 6.18 already has the alpha terrain, I think. Why did you not skip cave generation from 325? Because it was laggy. There were way too many caves, way too many open spaces. It didn't work very well. Trust me, I know, because I backported that cave generation to InfDev Plus, and it didn't work very well at all. I can understand why that version is so laggy. It's not just the flowers. The flowers definitely contribute to that, but it's more than just that. It's rendering a lot more block faces, basically, because of the caves. Because there's so many of them, and they're not regional either. The flowers, though, I do agree. The flowers, there was no reason to, like, remove them. I guess he wanted patches and he just didn't know how to do it, or he just didn't care enough to do it until later. I would accept no bedrock if we had caves. I would accept no caves if we had flowers. I would even accept no caves or flowers if we had bedrock, but we don't get any of them. 6.16 has the same terrain as 6.18. Okay, so 6.18 then is the definitive version. What version changes the terrain to the alpha terrain then? I thought it was 6.17. So do I even need to move then? Hold on, I need to look at the wiki real quick. Terrain history. World generation history. Where is it? Okay, here. InfDev. Yeah, 6... wait, what? Yeah, 6.16 changes the generation significantly. That is actually the... Yeah, the terrain generation in ocean areas is now different, and it also can't exceed the height limit anymore. So 6.16 does change the terrain. I was correct. We are moving next version. Don't confuse me, Potato. I'm saying that pre-6.16 has unique terrain, but no caves or flowers. Oh, okay. I thought you were referring to 6.16 having terrain. I got confused. 6.24 changes the terrain slightly to make mountains less mountainy, making it the same as alpha. 6.24 is such an awful version, I might honestly just straight up skip it. There's no point in playing it. I could use it to dupe my diamonds like once. That might be okay. I know I said I wouldn't dupe and stuff, but this would only be a single time use dupe. You can only do it once because you have to upgrade. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, there we go. That was a little bit sketchy, but... Ooh, this is scary. Okay. Hopefully nothing drops on me. There we go. Yay! Oh yeah, I also wanted to make the lava touching water thing here. Let's do that. Actually, let me use cobblestone here. I don't need all this cobble. Doesn't save anyway, so there's no reason to play it. Yeah. But there is one reason to play it. It does save your inventory. It doesn't save the chunks. So what I can do is I can load my world in that version, put some diamonds or whatever else I want to dupe in a chest, and then load it in the next version. And then I will have my stuff back in my inventory. And also have it in the chest or something like that. I think that's... There was a way to dupe stuff. I did dupe things in my poly world in that version, and the cool thing is that you can only do it once because you have to upgrade, and then you can't just downgrade and upgrade again. So I think I will make use of that because again it's only a single time dupe. I don't think it's that overpowered, especially given how rare, absurdly rare diamonds are. I would honestly rather do that. Looks like I'm gonna have to wait quite a while for all this iron to smelt off camera because we're moving next time. Wow, this is a lot of iron. This is good, because I definitely needed more iron after I made all these buckets and other tools. Okay, I'm gonna very quickly build the water touching lava thing, and that'll be the end of the stream, because we're already at 2 hours. I think I'll build it right here, honestly. Let me just get my glass. 327 to 415 have the same terrain, 420 to 608 have the same, 611 to 615 are the same, only 2 versions. 616 and 618 are the same, and 624 alpha are the same. The exception is monoliths, which are weird in 625 to 629. Interesting. They have bedrock on the underside instead of at bedrock level. Ah. And the other side is just void. Interesting. And 618 and alpha, the monoliths have bedrock at the bottom. Very interesting. Didn't even know that. Okay, let me smelt these. I'm gonna split the stacks. Make some torches. Where's my glass? It should be here. There it is. That should be enough glass. It doesn't matter how I do this because they'll never like make anything when they touch. So as long as I just put 2 of them on each side. Let's say, yeah, let's say 2. They're gonna flow in at 2. Okay, and put this here. Oh wait, I messed up. You made me mess up. Should be 2 on this. Oh man. Oh, this sucks. Okay, that really sucks. Oh well. Need more glass there. Ah. God damn it. Thank God these beaches are actually sufficiently deep. They're not like the crappy in-dev beaches, which are only like 1 block deep. So every time you need sand in in-dev, you have to like ruin your beach, which is really annoying. In-dev has so many problems, doesn't it? If only there was a mod that fixes it. Actually, there's several. Okay, stop what you're doing. I need glass right now. Is the only way to get bedrock somewhere other than the bottom of the world? We're about to use bugs. Get the item. Interesting. Technically also Enderman in beta 1.8.1. So there's 2 ways. Do they drop the bedrock if they're holding it when you kill them? Actually, don't know. Indev plus shameless plug, yes. Fixed infdev is just alpha. I was talking about indev, not infdev, Alex. But yeah. Okay, well, those corner blocks are a bit of a waste, but whatever. And here, I want to kill this zombie first. Oh, 2 zombies. Oh, wow, I'm actually getting challenged for once. Ooh. There we go. Okay, and put the larva in here. And then break this. It does make the sizzling noise. Interesting. Alright. I kind of want more glass because I want to make this a little bit safer. That is very funny. The glass. Might as well make a few more arrows. I have the iron to do so now. Come on. We can place it somewhere else in the world. That would be so annoying, honestly. Like, imagine just having a random bedrock placed in your house because of an Enderman. I know it's unlikely to happen because they have to be at the bottom of the world to pick it up in the first place, but you never know. Didn't Bugman do something like that, though? Like, didn't he, like, pick up a Enderman with a minecart and move him in a way so that he could place the illegal bedrock somewhere in his world? I feel like he did something like that. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today, folks. Just gonna fill my bucket up with water, because I always want to have a water bucket with me. Get ready to say your goodbyes, because this is it. And next week we're moving. It's gonna be moving day again. Thankfully for the last time. Because that's gonna be the last major change to the terrain. Until beta, basically, or alpha 1.2. So we're gonna move to a new area. We're gonna settle down. I have big plans for this new area that I'll share once we move there. But we're not gonna start doing any of that yet. We're first gonna go mining. Because there's gonna be caves. So we're gonna be caving, getting some resources. It's gonna be great. But until then, thank you all very much for watching and have a good one. Bye bye.